The Zach Taylor era begins in Cincinnati. It's the coach. This is week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, the Bengals have a new man calling the shots. Zach Taylor, the second youngest coach in the entire league, as they head to Seattle to take on the oldest coach in the league, Pete Carroll of the Seattle Seahawks. I'll be back at halftime with a look at the games in progress. But first, let's get up to Seattle. Standing by are the guys in the booth, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we as the... So following the fumble, this offense will get another shot at it as they quickly head back onto the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 7th-round picks, they go into training camp just hoping they won't be a casualty. He came out on the good side.
And plenty of them, if they work hard, get an opportunity, they can turn themselves into a heck of a player. One of my favorite 7th-round picks of all time, Marcus Colston. Big time.
He's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got his man. It's Eifert. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Eifert, 29 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This offense ready to head back out there as they'll take over with a little over a minute to play in this first quarter. And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Well, the Bengals and Seahawks meeting here in Week 1, and this is a combination that we haven't seen that often on the turf. If you look back to when the franchises began facing each other all the way back in 1977. But since then, just 20 meetings between the two teams. And the Bengals have won 11 of them, including the last meeting back in October of 2015. 12 yards there and a first down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He completes it to Boyd. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. These two teams all tied after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on first down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Eifert, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, Bart. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Now a play fake here on first down. And the catch good. It's Eifert. The 30, 20, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Eifert on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there.
With a little over 2 minutes to play in the second quarter, the offense gets ready to take over. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. To the left side here for Eifert. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. They're going to look to throw, and that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a pass hauled in downfield. Sheds a second man.
He's building up some momentum, isn't he?
And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 47 yards.
But you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Here's a 2nd and 7. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. But now it's 3rd and goal. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded. And he's got his big tight end, Eifert, and it's a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Eifert on his way to a historic... This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the 3rd quarter. He'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the 3rd quarter. Got a man open. It's Ross.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Here we go. Here we go.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately... So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. With a sack, it's Ziggy onside. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. Here's Jeff Locke now. And the way this offense... And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught.
Let's go.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Jamar Taylor there on the coverage. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. Third down here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And that will be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything.
And look at this, another fake going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or two. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. 2nd and 3. Open man is Ross, complete.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some muscle on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now on the afternoon.
Let's see what you got.
Back to throw now on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And now it's second down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Got his man. It's Eifert. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Eifert, 46 yards. And the Bengals, they widen it. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the fourth quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the fourth quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. There he goes left side. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the fourth quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the fourth quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in week 1. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for Cincinnati, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play.
think we all know what today was. Today simply wasn't good enough. We have high aspirations as a team. If we want to get there, we got to raise our game. Today was not good enough. Next practice, I want it better.
50 yards. Let go.
It's a Super Bowl
So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Short pass, Eifert on the receiving end. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The numbers for Eifert in that game last week, he took out some anger, some apparent anger against that defense. The yards just kept going up and up and up.
Yeah, he was just running up and down the field doing whatever he wanted. By the end of the game, he was seeing 2, sometimes 3 defenders on every snap, yet he was still making play after play. It's like he was running routes versus air.
Tyler Boyd, he's going to go. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no...
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. 30! Past the 20, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Boyd with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. They'll set up a throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. He gets this one to Boyd. And some room to work. And all the way down to the 42. A big play there for Cincinnati. 41 yards. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
Brandon, I won't go overboard here, but it looks like he's off to another nice start after what he did last week when he was the AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, obviously a great start to the season, doing it in week 1. He's one of those guys. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Boy, these guys. So we are in the final minute now of the first half as this offense gets ready to take over. He'll look to throw. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. Sometimes those guys taken the 7th round, you can think, oh, maybe he's just happy to be in the league. I don't think that's the case here.
And you know those actor friends that we have? How do they start every script?
How many actor friends?
What's my motivation, right?
Right.
Well, this guy's motivation is you got picked in the 7th round, so no one expects you to make the team, let alone have an impact. And we know plenty of guys have done exactly that as 7th rounders.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And Eifert has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
This is Mixon on the draw. Some strong running at the 20. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive lineman and top.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Good start to the season. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance. You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his first touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys continue to pour it on.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdowns?
So we are in the second quarter now as the offense gets set to take over. They've got it 1st and 10. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. We have hit halftime. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And now running right through it. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. The 40, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Bengals.
bringing them to life at halftime. I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talked about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
Third quarter action. This offense will have a 1st and 10 as they get set for the next drive. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid.
But look at this, it's a fake. Still going. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a 1st down. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile, too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt.
And he's got his big tight end, Eifert, and it's a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Eifert. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to put... Now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this 3rd quarter. They go play action here on 1st down. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Green once again the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mixon, and an alley to run. And I'll tell you, the effort's sensational, but he may have come up a foot or so short of the line he needed. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
That was a good explosive run right there, and it brings up an interesting little dilemma, doesn't it? 4th and inches. Got to decide what they want to do now. Not sure they expected to be in this situation with what...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on down. So following the fumble, this offense will get another shot at it as they quickly head back onto the field. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So following the fumble, this offense will get another shot at it as they quickly head back onto the field. Got a man open. It's Ross.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. because you hit a guy on the...
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Late stages of the game here in the fourth quarter as this offense takes over 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 50, let's see how long. 54, ready.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. Pushing tacklers aside. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult.
We are in the fourth and final quarter as the offense will have the football starting this drive 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Mixon. And another tackle broken. Still churning. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean. Late stages of the game here in the fourth quarter as this offense takes over 1st and 10. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzama, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Mixon with it. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, Ken.
So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. He'll come out throwing here on first down. And the catch good. It's Eifert. Still going. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 35. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? That they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. This one hauled in by Sample. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force them. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Got an open man. Then C.J. Uzama. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. He's got his man on the crossing route. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. And I think he's a guy, if they had let him walk, no one was going to be shouting from the top of a mountain. But he's a good guy. He's a good locker room guy, too.
Good locker room and a good player. I mean, he's a valuable starter for them. And if you just want to start over and maybe bring in someone new, the learning curve might be a little bit big. So it's a good job by getting him taken care of. And now they can move forward.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. 7th round pick. He made it through training camp. Now he's getting some reps.
And that's all you want, an opportunity. 7th round pick. I haven't been a 7th round pick yet.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Boyd, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
The offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter. Back to throw. And he's got his big tight end, Eifert, and it's a Bengal touchdown.
Touchdown!
Tyler Eifert with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals... The offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Tre'Davious White, the LSU man, there to knock it away that time. 2nd and 10, and he whips that one incomplete there.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice lately. Now they have a chance here to put all that hard work to use. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he bowls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. We pick it up 2nd quarter here as the offense gets ready for the drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, the strength of Eifert. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there for Cincinnati. 42 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. His throw incomplete. Micah Hyde able to get a hand in and knock that one away.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a night.
Looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. So we are in the 2nd quarter now as the offense gets set to take over. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Got his man. It's Eifert. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with his second touchdown here in this first half as his guys continue to pour it on.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Let it go.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached halftime, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. He won't go down. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole, setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
Out comes this. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll set up to throw. He's got Green. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 21. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. It'll be a 1st and 10 coming up as this offense takes over possession of the football in the 3rd quarter. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Brandon, after last week we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's complete. It's Green here. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 36 yards on the play. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Eifert, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. As his guy. Third quarter action, and this offense will have a 1st and 10 as they get set for the next drive. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, able to break that one up. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Micah Hyde able to get a hand in and knock that one away. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw, and Eifert has it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 24 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. From 19 yards away. Now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this 3rd quarter. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And shutting him off, now open field. Continuing to fight for more. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Buffalo. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll drop to throw. This one hauled in by Sample. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 16. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control.
Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green, his 2nd. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's complete to the tight end Sample. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Working the middle here, that's complete to Sample, the tight end.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
23 yards the pickup there.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the... There goes Green, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. That one looks like he'll throw here. He completes it to Boyd. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Looking to throw. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent, too. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bengals, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis,
We good. 132. Fire. Okay, ready. Let go.
Big numbers.
Here we go. Here we go.
Big numbers. 100-minute
Oh.
bag. That's a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers. Whole game counted. That's a big number.
Hey, foreign colors, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad curve. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode.
Hey man, that was great. I mean, you had a great day today. You taking the first step.
Special, I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Put numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God.
Big numbers. Big numbers. 100-minute bag. That's a big number.
this, man. Check the wrist, man. Got him hot. Hey, man, can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards. You just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me cause I blame she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit on my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, will point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, big number, big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number, big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counted, that's a big.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. We are just moments away from kickoff, and we've got a good one on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, we are at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City in a few moments. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. Now back to throw. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll set up a throw. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll look to throw here. That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Well, we got a little bit of it.
So the offense set to take the field here. They will have the football with less than a minute to go in the first half. They go play action here on first down. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 77 yards, and the Bengals have taken the lead. We pick it up second quarter here as the offense gets ready for the drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got his man. It's Eifert. He's got daylight. The 30, 10, And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Eifert, 85 yards. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd and 10. To the left side here for Eifert. And they can't corral him. He's still fighting forward. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Push him back. Push him back.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Caught Eifert over the middle. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention...
With a little over 2 minutes to play in the 2nd quarter, the offense gets ready to take over. And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And all the way down to the 9. A big play there for Cincinnati. 41 yards.
That's a real nice job right there. Working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play was... And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Eifert on his way to a monster game. So after giving up the touchdown, now what can this offense do? Can they strike back? We'll see. 1st and 10. He'll let this go in. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green, his 4th. This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the 3rd quarter. He'll look to throw. Short pass, Eifert on the receiving end. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a 1st down. This quarterback now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. And now the throw hauled in by Green. A.J. Green. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They're going to look to throw. Open man is Ross, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run. And these numbers on our monitor are getting hard to believe. He's closing in now right on the doorstep of 500 yards passing.
I'm glad that you watched the monitor and said it first because I had trouble absorbing that. That's big time right there, right? That means everything just about has gone right for them and his squad in this game. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They drop to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 17-yard line. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. From 17 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game. Now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this third quarter. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Airing one out for Boyd. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Tyler Boyd, he's going to go. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. Mixon with a first down carry. And an alley to run. Still on his feet. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
He's got his man, Boyd. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Boyd with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guy. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He gets this one to Boyd. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. From 6 yards away. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they... So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
All right, here we go. Let's go, D, let's go.
Now a play fake here on first down. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. Fights free yet again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw here. This one hauled in by Sample. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the factory.
And how about this, a fake? But he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. That's complete to the tight end Sample. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
He completes it to Boyd. Breaks free again. Oh, he breaks another. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cincinnati, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch, ice in the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch, ice in the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch cause you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not save us, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, watch out for that. I never switch, you never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist,
legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got choked, long, that I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent my 10 on my 50. Ex-slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
Let's go, let's go. On the hop, fellas, on the hop. Who wants it? Let's see some hustle out
I will not